What a day we have for us. Who would have thought that God would bless us with the sun, with all the rain we've had over the last few days and weeks. I'm blown away with the attendance here this morning. What a wonderful tribute to all the hard work that has taken place to have this here today. And that's a wonderful thing. So I'm going to follow first with a little formality, if you don't mind. I would like to say that there's many from different political persuasions here. First of all, my colleagues, Fergal Dennehy, former Lord Mayor John Dennehy, former Councillor Henry Cremen, Councillor Shane O'Callaghan, Councillor Mick Finn, Councillor Dan Boyle, Councillor Ben Dalton O'Sullivan, Councillor Kenneth Collins, Councillor Olin Ring, Donegal O'Leary TD, Councillor Fiona Kearns, and then we have, of course, members of the Hagerty family, and I would like to acknowledge the presence of John Forde, my colleague for 20 years in the County Council, and I see Dan Boyle here. Did I mention you already, Dan? It's not, I better not leave anybody out. It's an important occasion. Obviously, the Ballyphehane Pipe Band that just gave us a wonderful rendition, and also Dean Nigel Dunn for the blessing. And I'm hoping that I haven't left anyone out, but Diarmuid Mullins, Joe Murphy, and of course Ciara O'Mahony, who was chief head neck and bottle washer and did all the work in putting it all together. So I just want yes, Dean Fergal from the Tidy Towns. Yes, of course. I don't. Is there anyone else prompting? Because there's so many. And of course, the little boys and girls that are here today. This is a wonderful day to have so many from the community, your community. It's a real honour for me to be invited to launch the Garden of Remembrance and Reflection, and to recognise two incredibly brave young women from this community, namely Nan and Mamie Hagerty. The honour in the first instance as the first citizen of Cork City, and Cork actually, not just the city. The title is Lord Mayor of Cork. I'm fond of telling my counterparts in the county that, but I think we will just say it in fun today. And it's with great pride also, as a woman, recognising the risks that these women took during the most dangerous of times in our country. The message these women clearly give us today for today's female generation is one of courage to stand tall in adversity and against the odds. Whilst they took huge risks in life and liberty, and losing those too in war times, they were very much informed by their community and political awareness. Particularly today, that still goes on. You know, your representatives are informed by the community and political awareness. They were women of intelligence, informed, decisive, politically astute, and actively engaged with their community. I hope their story, now set in stone here today, will encourage the young women who read it to see their own strengths, their own community awareness, and their own potential to engage local and national politics to effect real and meaningful change in our own time. It is great to see the communities of Ballyphehane and Toker come together and through this garden make a bold statement that the women of the time match the men, and have created this space to add these women's names to that of street names of both Ballyphehane and Toker. Place names are really important. They tell us the stories of the past, especially where a community can recount its own history and culture through its place names. And in this day and age, we like to remind ourselves as well that the women of today are still doing most of the work in the background. but we are not getting them representative in the political life. And I would appeal to you all to remember that and to encourage all the little boys and girls to think about having more women connected in politics representing their community. I want to congratulate, thank you. I want to congratulate all the community groups involved in all aspects of this work to creatively utilising their space for remembrance and reflection. It's absolutely fantastic to encompass this space of history next to and in collaboration with the Toker Community Garden, which incorporates the space of health and well-being, a space for green and sustainable living and learning, a space that recognises the future needs of your community. These spaces now formulate a triangle of connectivity with a space to play just next to each other. This park has combined happiness, health and history in a very unique way. And I want to congratulate also our Cork City Council Parks and Recreation Department for having the foresight to facilitate such spaces for your community. I want to specifically mention Ballyfiahan Toker Centenary Committee, who combined the community resources of Toker Community Association, Toker Historical Association, and Ballyfiahan 1916 to 2016 Centenary Committee to pull this wonderful project off. Toker Tidy Towns, who pushed hard to make it happen also. And of course, most importantly, the Hagerty family, who supported the project from the beginning. The Hagerty of the Laurels, a wonderful story, present which was given me here today, which I should treasure, because I like to remind myself, and we all indeed have our own history. We all have our remembrance of those difficult times in our country, and we all salute and honour at long last all those who played such a wonderful part. But especially now, we're remembering more those brave women who have played their part, and they did it silently. They never looked for honour, but at last we're beginning to honour them and remember them. I am thrilled. Thank you. I'm absolutely honoured here today as a woman, as Cork's first citizen. I am thrilled to declare the Hagerty Sisters Garden of Remembrance and Reflection now wonderfully officially open. Thank you very much.